Hey guys, I hope you're doing good today. We're going to pick up with where we left off in our book, and the next chapter is called White Children. Soft Rain sighed, feeling relieved to have the river at their backs. But there was no time to rest. The group was already preparing to leave. I've been looking for you, Mother said. Hold on to Hawkboy, we're moving on. Before them, the line formed. People, wagons, and animals wound gradually uphill toward rocky bluffs. Will there be mountains in the west? Hawkboy asked. When Mother shrugged, he said, I'll ask Father. But they traveled that day and another through stinging snow without seeing Father. Hawkboy missed him. I want to ride with Father, he complained. He's still hunting, Mother explained gently. Food is scarce. Our group and some others are going to follow a different trail where there may still be game, turkey, or deer. Not so many have traveled this way. Aunt Key, can't you find more vegetables? Hawkboy asked. Aunt Key nodded. When there is time, I'll look, she promised. And when there is less snow, Soft Rain thought. Walking over the rounded hills would be easy without the slippery snow. She looked down at the heavy shoes the chief had given her and saw streaks of blood on the ground. Some of the Saligi still refused to wear any of the white men's clothing. She blew on her hands to warm them, wishing she had gloves Mother had made last year. On the evening of the third day, Father and the men returned with rabbits and squirrels. Mother made a delicious warming stew, but the next morning Soft Rain was as cold as ever. It was then she saw her father still asleep, while most of the camp was up. Is Father ill? She asked in a whisper. Your father is weary and has asked others to arouse the camp for a while, Mother explained. Instead of leading the line, Father then rode at the back, helping stragglers. Fires were being built along the way, and people lingered near them. Though Hawkboy and Soft Rain stayed longer than anyone at each fire, Hawkboy shivered inside his coat. Soft Rain rubbed his hands between hers until Father reminded them to hurry along. So when you rub your hands together, that makes heat. So she's trying to help keep them warm. They ran, sliding and slipping to catch up with Mother and Aunt Key. The day the snow stopped, Father said, Tomorrow we will hunt again. A white farmer brought us word of deer close by. Whew, I bet that would be so nice to have some fresh, cooked meat. The sun shone as the hunters left, and soon after the travelers passed through a small town, Soft Rain stopped to stare at a little building with a bell on top. Is it a school or a church? Hawkboy asked. Maybe both, Soft Rain answered. It's probably just for white children, though, she said, remembering the white children's school at home. Father told me we're going to build a school in the West. I will help, Hawkboy said. A school for them in the West, Soft Rain hoped it was true. For a while she forgot about the bitter cold, but the town was far behind them before they came to a fire. See, that they really want a school because with education comes opportunity and a chance to read, and reading can just open up your life for all kinds of opportunities and abilities and just being able to read about things. So a school for them in the West, Soft Rain hoped it was true. But the town was far behind them before they came to a fire. By then, even her eyelids felt cold, and Hawkboy's lips were blue. Soft Rain dared to stop, even though she could barely see the last wagon and the backs of the stragglers. She and Hawkboy first warmed their hands and faces. Then they turned their backs to the fire. That was when they saw the two white children, a boy and a girl, standing at the edge of the woods, staring at them. They're coming towards us, Hawkboy said. Look, the boy is hiding behind the girl. He quickly stepped slightly behind Soft Rain. The girl had an apple in her outstretched hand. Soft Rain looked longingly at it, but shook her head. Why wouldn't she take that apple from the girl on the bank? You know she wanted that apple if she was hungry, and a sweet, juicy apple is something that is so nice and refreshing. but it was a white girl, the book said, a white child. And did they trust the white people? And how do you think their parents would think about them interacting with a white child? Because those white children have white parents that probably aren't going to be in agreement. So, look, they're coming. Let's see. The girl held out an apple in her outstretched hand. Soft Rain looked longingly at it, but shook her head. Peering around Soft Rain, Hawk Boy whispered, "Take it." You think she's going to take it? I don't know. With a glance at her brother, Soft Rain stretched out her own hand and took the red fruit. "Thank you for the apple," she said, handing it to Hawk Boy. "You speak English," the girl gasped. Why do you think she's surprised by that? "I learned in school." "Is that your school we saw this morning?" "When the weather is good, we go, my brother and I," she answered. "This is my brother, Hawk Boy." "Our school is closed," Soft Rain said. So next time we'll see maybe a friendship's going to form. We're not sure what's going to happen. It could be a friendship. It could be that they don't ever see each other again. But it was nice of her to offer a fruit. And I'm glad that Soft Rain trusted her enough to take it. Because that child is really no harm, and we're all people at this time in history, and a lot of times in history the problems come from not seeing other people as the people that they are. We are all people, and we all deserve to be treated equally because we were created equally, and that's in part of our Constitution. So I'm glad that Soft Rain took the apple, and I hope you guys have a good day. I will see you soon.